Hello, everyone. Welcome. I made it on today. Just to let you know to like and subscribe. I'm here to give you some good news. Sort of a weekly forecast coming up here. So, hello, and welcome, everybody. Well, today, retrograde Mercury intensely triggers the separating Saturn and Uranus square. So it's triggering two midpoints, and Jupiter is going to be triggering the other midpoint on the 20th through the 28th. And the exact Saturn-Uranus square, which was in 2021, but this year, notably in the next few weeks, we have the closest transit between the two. So they're about 37 minutes. That's pretty damn exact, if you ask me. And this is going to compound the Mercury retrograde happening, and Jupiter amplifies the energy big time. So there's a lot of amplification of energies that are going on. Hello. I was going to say good morning, but it's not. It's evening. A lot of amplification of energies going on right now. And what I feel with this amplification of energies is that we have choices to make on how we want to step into it. Do we want to step into the old ways, or are we going to step into the new ways? Are we going to sit there and complain and say, oh no, I'll never find anybody, my life is just crap and I'm just so in blah blah blah? And you can easily get into that, but this is a chance, I keep on saying chance, a time to step in and look at the opportunities that are going forth for you. And it is a powerful energies that are happening over the next 2 days. And with the moon in Cancer, as we build up to the fall equinox, to a new moon that's coming up. By the way, you can get your moon mini readings, 6 for $125, or you can get or buy one for $25. So if you're interested, let me know. DM me. It's this Saturn square Uranus that pits the energy of the stasis and security against the energy of change and upheaval. And that's the thing, is that, yes, we have a lot of craziness that is coming in, and a lot of intensity that's coming in. The difference is, even though that Uranus is in a place from 1942 to 1943, and we're in a lot of war activation energy, but the difference is that we also have an activation of energy that is great light and enhancement of having us move into a new way of structuring our world and structuring our lives, a way of connecting with one another. And this is where, with the clashes of the old and the new, we can also see it in the, weather events. I mean, today, Calgary it was cold today with the rain and stuff. Everybody's saying, oh my God, it might snow. Well, it's Calgary. Wait a minute. But with the weather changes and patterns, we had an earthquake in Taiwan. We had the hurricane hit Puerto Rico. We have all of this crazy energies of change and transformation that's happening right now. And there's a magnetic storm, solar flares, an influx of these solar energies occurred during the two equinox, and the equinox of the Earth's Hertz frequency increases. So this is bringing in an increase of magnification of energy into our field, and it also decreases the Earth's magnetic field. So this opens up the cosmic energy and also can impact the weather. So we have a compact of crazy weather happening, crazy weather patterns. But what I keep on seeing with these openings is this great light coming in, and how are we stepping forward within this light? How are we looking into this impact? And with this solar energy that's coming in and the equinox, this is an opportunity of reflection, a time of really revitalizing ourselves, looking at the new ways of how we can step forward into our lives and make it the way that we want to make it. This is really where I feel with a lot of these impacts in the weather that's coming in, we have, in the northern hemisphere, we have the fall, equinox, and in the southern, Mabon. So we have in the southern, we have Ostra. So we have this beautiful energy of transformation and change that's coming in. We're changing seasons. For us up here, it's time to really get into, preserving, putting things away for the winter. Down in the southern hemisphere, it's like, oh, what are we going to plant? What are we going to create? So there's there's this creating part also. And I feel for us right now in this crazy transformational day, plus it was the funeral of the Queen today, whether you like her or don't like her, it is looking at a person. I'm just going to say it's looking at a person who gave service for 70 years, a person who really didn't want the job, that was kind of thrown into the job, and took it in a time when there were no female prime ministers or any female women in government. This was a time, she went in when women were still going into the mental institution for hysteria, for having menopause. She took the crown. She stepped forward in a time and really forged a way. Now, you can say what you like her or don't like her, but as a feminine energy, that's what I'm looking at, of this feminine energy that really forged a way when in a time that women weren't allowed to forge their way, So she broke a lot of molds and went forward in this. And I feel like this is a time for each of us to start looking on how you want to forge your road. There are molds there that we are put into, and we get stuck in these molds. And this energy that's coming in is saying, why are you staying in the mold if you don't like the mold? Why are you staying in, and just taking the same shit when you want to change it up? And this is a chance. This is an energy that's coming in to really get us to revitalize and really look into a lot of renewal within ourselves and direction on where we would like to go, and taking that chance for the direction and taking the steps to go forward. I know many will be feeling the solar flares in that, and if you are getting overwhelmed, if you are getting feelings, especially, because I'm thinking, with Uranus comes in with the nervous system. I got, making sure that you take your minerals. I got minerals are coming in. If you are having headaches, making sure that you are drinking plenty of water, and I would say even mineral water, it's all about getting the minerals into your body. So making sure that you're replenishing your body at this time, and your cells, because your cells, I feel like are really, because they're vibrating very fiercely. I feel like the cells are just like, and so they need soothing. They need to have trace minerals. You can add trace minerals into your water if you want to. And if you're, if you're feeling a lot of like nervous tension, a lot of like stress energy that's coming in, this is like really important to do your deep breathing, your yoga breaths, and also to make sure that you take some time out and get out, go for a walk, connect. Again, I'm going to be, stressing, connecting with nature, getting out is going to be so important throughout as we are coming into a new moon in Libra. So we're also changing, not only are we changing seasons, but we are, that sun going into Libra, we are also going, into a new moon energy as well. So quickly into Libra, and it's going to be hitting Mercury retrograde. So we have this energy that's bringing in a lot of change, and we're going to be feeling like our heads going 100 miles an hour, and that we just trying to ground over overthinking things. So this is where you have to cut, clear, delete, get the fear out of here. And you might have to say that 1,001 times. Call in Archangel Michael to come in, surround you, and guide you. Archangel Metatron and Zadkiel, as I've been mentioning, to come in, and Uriel to cleanse the blocks. This is really an activation time for all of us on how we want to step forward. And in a time where there's going to be much confusion, in a time where we're going to be feeling the hurts. I keep on getting the solar flares coming in, and I think I wrote that it did take out, it knocked, yes, it happened 2 days ago that radios in Africa and the Middle East were knocked out because of these solar flares. So they're very active right now. And I feel like this is like the divine saying, hey, are you paying attention? Or are you just getting lost in TikTok and Instagram? Are you paying attention to your life? Or are you just going to the fridge and grabbing another beer? This is where it's like, what are you trying to avoid when you should be paying more attention to? So I feel like this is the awakening. This is part of our awakening and stepping forth. And also, there's a huge typhoon that hit Japan, and quite a few other crazy weather patterns that are going on as well. But I feel like the tides are changing. And how do you want to go? Are you going, if you're ever in a riptide, you don't go against the riptide. You go towards and you flow within the riptide and you swim with it so you can get out of it, right? So are you trying to fight what's going on around you, or are you wanting to embrace and really say, okay, this is what's happening. What is it that I need to change at this time, or what do I need to keep at this time? So, pretty exciting, I think. I know it's crazy. I know the energies are nutty, but I think this is also a great time for embracing some new beautiful energies coming our way. And in amongst times of great turmoil that are going to be unfolding for us as well. So, it's it's a ride. It's a ride of a lifetime, and we signed up for it. It's a ride of a lifetime. I mean, just with all the crazy major events and historical events that we have lived through so far in such a short time, it's unbelievable. Maybe when we're older and gray, and we're sitting in our rocking chair and our grandkids, oh, did you hear about this? Yeah, I lived through that. Yeah, I lived through that. Yeah, I lived through that. I survived that one. So we have, there's so much there for us to really embrace, because we are in a time of great history and great change. And let's activate it. Let's activate this in a very positive, loving, caring way in how we want to go forward. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much blessings today. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. And definitely, if you want some a moon mini reading, there's 6 for $125, or you can get one for $25. So it's up to you. And onwards and upwards, my loves. And have a blessed one. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, and all that you be, and all that you do. Blessed be everybody. Thank you so much for being a part of my community. God bless, and the Goddess bless. Bye-bye.